sorry about the delay. I've had a crazy evening. To put it mildly, I've had a crazy evening. I thought that I had everything all set up a half hour ago. And then, as soon as I was ready to go live, OBS was like, actually, what's a stream? I was like, OBS, please! Please! I'm begging you! And eventually it did hear me. And now we're here. Hi! Good to see you all, though. Hi, Joseph. Hi, Sabai. Hi, hi. Hi, LJCO. Hello, welcome in. Hello, Finnick. Hello, Icy. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Baxter Khan. Hi, everybody. OBS is a butt. It's a butt. Not even the good kind. Just a bad butt. But did you all miss me? I'm sorry for being gone so long. I'm sorry. Hang on, I should probably adjust the audio setting. Bum, 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 bum. Let's add a little bit of gain. Okay, how is that? I'm getting a... That's a little bit louder. That's a little... Okay, it's quite louder. That's gonna be hell if I forget to turn the gain off later. Okay. Okay, I think that we're a little bit closer to... livable conditions. You had a field trip? Where'd you go? I remember one time, long ago, when Granny Inku was but a wee one. Granny Inku had a field trip with her class to the Holocaust Museum. And it was a very sombering event. But it took us about... it was like a 5-hour bus ride to get there. So by the time that we got there, we had, I think, 3 hours total to spend at the museum. And then we had to take a 5-hour bus ride back. And I was so disappointed because I didn't really get to do anything. You know, like we had to speed run that museum, and that's not a museum you should be speed running. Also, I remember that there was like a lot of interpersonal drama on the bus. Like, it was crazy, guys. It was crazy. There were love confessions on that bus. Relationships started. Relationships ended. Some people got off the bus at the end of the field trip crying, their emotional lives in tatters, and I listened to a Yumi Hamazaki CD for the entire trip. So I was great. I remember, I know it's so bad. It's bad that people like had emotional trouble, relationship trouble on the bus, but I remember I put my CD in and I was listening to it, and I took a like when I put my CD in, my friends were all great and everyone was happy and they were all excited, and then my CD ended. And I took out my headphones. I was like, "Hey guys, how y'all doing?" And someone was crying. Someone had broken up. And I was like, "Guys, we're on a bus. Please, wait. Let's do this later. This isn't the time." Oh, it was crazy. High school's crazy. Things happen so quickly in high school. In the span of 5 hours, everything can change. Holy shit. What did they do at the museum? It wasn't even the museum. I think it was the fact that it was a bunch of high schoolers on a bus for 5 hours and they had nothing to do. But, like, you know, it was that meme, you know, where there's like a path and it goes like, uh-oh. YouTube Studio, not you too. Not you too. But, you know, it was that meme, you know? With, like, the two pathways. The one that goes, like, to evil land and the one that goes to good land. You have two choices. Which do you choose? And, like, one of them, the good one is, like, listen to a Yumi Hamazaki. Listen to a Yumi Hamazaki music for 5 hours. And the other one is have drama for 5 hours. Talk to each other. And I picked the right one. I walked everybody out. I didn't socialize on the bus. I just listened to music. You guys know Ayumi Hamazaki, by the way? You guys got it, right? I'm not that old. Villain in Glasses, hello! Welcome in, how are you doing? Congratulations! That's the best way to be on the bus, exactly! Did the bus driver's eyes look like 140 years old? Like me? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty... Honestly, so the bus was actually driven by one of our teachers who had a bus license. And... I remember this. I got off the bus and I was really worried about my friends, you know, and I remember saying, as they walked off, like, sadly, I remember saying, what the heck happened here? And the bus driver says, oh, you don't want to know. I don't know if that was the appropriate response from an adult, but... Yeah, listening to music is the best way to be on the bus. Neutral Good Lad, hello! Are you sure we don't want to know? I'm sure that she sold the rights to the screenplay about our bus ride years ago. Hello! Welcome in, how are you doing? Good to see you! Welcome in, Jesus! Welcome! But yeah, that was the drama of the bus ride. I don't have very many funny stories about high school because I was caught between two worlds in high school. I was mixed up with the goth, so I was with all the goth kids, and I wore bright pink, so I didn't really look like I belonged with my own friends. Oh. Is there any way for your subscribers to be on your island or it's gonna be your friends? I thought about this and I think that it is probably best that I do not put the ink stars on the island because, and I know that this is not the same for everyone. I know that some of you would be fine with it and you could handle it, but I also know that people are people and emotions are real, and I wouldn't want to be in a situation where somebody's me was doing something really, really silly and we all started like laughing about it in the chat and somebody felt a little bit attacked, or maybe, you know, it was a little bit too, maybe we crossed the line accidentally having fun. the people that I am putting on my island, the friends who have offered to be on my island, have done so with the knowledge that they might be giggled at. And I trust them to handle any goofiness that we get up to with grace. I think that when you become a streamer, whether you want to or not, you have to like get a little bit of a tough skin for that kind of thing. Also, is the audio okay? I'm looking at the audio levels and I'm worried that I'm too quiet. Am I being drowned out by the music? Do I need to put the gain up? I love when the Mii's ad-lib. I think it's so funny. I have been watching a lot of clips of people who have islands like based around fandoms. Like all the HoloLive islands are really funny. I saw someone who had Jinchi and Mao Mao from the Apothecary Diaries on their island, and they were having like canon accurate interactions. I saw someone who has an Uma Musume island. Like, I've seen a lot of really funny fandom islands. It feels like fan fiction. I think that's what it feels like to me. It feels like fan fiction in like the best way possible. It might be your friend. Tell them it's funny. I've been enjoying the clips. It's been really funny. Oh! You know what else? Guess what? Guess what? I bought a 6-foot long phone charging cord. So now I can keep my phone plugged in while we're streaming, and hopefully we'll be able to stream longer. Isn't that awesome? You'll never get rid of me now. Now I'm your problem forever. Hopefully we can play a lot tonight. Oh, hang on. I need to sneeze. Hoshino Mama and Hoshino Papa returned from their big trip. Oh. Well, but on to you too, Windows. Hoshino Mama and Hoshino Papa returned from their big trip, and you know what they brought me? They brought me the common cold! So now I'm miserable again! I can't win! I can't win in this universe! No! But I'd rather time manipulation or space manipulation. They are the same thing! Here we go. You ready? You've activated my trap card. Did you know that if you increase gravity, time slows down? So, or is it? Yeah, I think it's increased. Did you know that they are the same thing? That is why, at least my theory, that is why in Pokemon, Palkia and Dialga are constantly fighting each other, because technically time and space are the same thing and they have the same domain, and that's why they fight. Because they have the same domain. I became a major nerd for like space-time and quantum theories and stuff for a little while. And I learned a lot. Here we go. Hang on. learned a lot of crazy stuff. How can this happen? It's because I like Pokemon, so I collect colds and flus. Like Pokemon, you can't stop watching physics videos and reading text. It's so interesting, right? I really like learning about things that I could never understand. I really like getting in over my head and having to like really stretch my brain to understand things. It's really interesting though, right? I was never smart enough. Can I please just answer the question? I'm sorry, but I did answer it. They're the same thing. But yeah, I really enjoy... I like science and I love history. I'm a big history nerd. Hi, welcome in Ace Attorney fan. How are you doing? Combo-T, hello. Welcome in. Yeah, the cough. Rosie, no sorry. Who the frick is Rosie Mama? Hoshino Mama and Hoshino Papa brought me the common cold. While they were gone, I went to the drugstore and I bought all of Hoshino Mama's favorite Easter candy. It's those little eggs that have like the hard candy shell and the chocolate in the middle. Those are her favorite Easter candies. So I bought her a bunch of them when they went on sale after Easter. And I got her some flowers. And I got in return the common cold. I don't know if I'm winning, folks. You know, it wasn't like that gift was given with the expectation of returning a gift. It wasn't like I was expecting a gift in return, but I didn't need this. I didn't need this. What type is your sickness? I'm guessing poison type. Poison types are like my favorite Pokemon. You know what I like about my new design? I look really good next to a Zubat. I think my colors look really good next to a Zubat right now. I'm more Zubat coded than ever. Hello, social anxiety! How are you doing? Welcome in! Thank you for stopping by! Zeku, hello! You're not sure. You and them, the me's are the problem. The me's are always a problem. Yeah, I look like the bridesmaid at Zubat's wedding! I'm gonna be a Zubat trader? I've always been a Zubat trader. I have so much Zubat stuff. What percent is my phone out right now? I don't know, I'm not looking. I don't know. When VTube Studio is on, the screen goes black. So, to save power, so I don't see any notifications about my phone until it's about to die. A Crobat sleeper? Not even, I just like Zubat. Zubat is my favorite Pokemon. Crobat is good though, I like Crobat. Zubat has a good evolution line. And a good shiny. But I love Zubat. I got a little plushie of Zubat from a friend that looks like a waffle. It looks like a waffle. It's so cute. My waffle Zubat. We should get back to Legend ZA one day. Yeah, I haven't beat the game yet. I need to do that. I've been waiting to do that on stream. How am I doing? I got a cold. I went from the flu to the cold. Oh. But it's been pretty nice out. It's been nice and sunny. So these past couple of days, I have been airing out my bedroom. I've had the windows open for a nice cross breeze. Getting the air all fresh up again. And that's been really, really nice. And I've also been able to go on some walks without like feeling like death. I was really stubborn and I kept going on walks when it was snowing out. And it was pretty miserable. Pretty miserable. But now it's sunny. So I can go on walks and not suffer. Which is good. And you know what else about the nice weather? Because the weather is so nice out, they are beginning to put the boats back in the water. So I live pretty close to a fishing area where there are a lot of fishing boats. And it's finally the season where they can go out and do fishing again. So they've been putting the boats back in the water. I told you about this earlier. Well, a couple of days ago. But I found out that when winter comes and they take the boats out of the water, they also deconstruct the entire pier. They take up all the wood and they store it somewhere and clean it up so that it doesn't like rot during the winter. So one day I came out and there was a pier again. I was like, what? What? They built it back up again in like a day, and now they're putting all the boats back in the water. So like, there used to be like this big shipyard. No, it's not a shipyard, but like, you know, boatyard. There used to be like this parking lot that was filled with like 100 boats, and now it's empty. It's crazy. One day they got a crane and they said, alright, we're gonna put all these boats back in the water. It was crazy. They did it so fast. You like ghost types and steel types? I love ghosties too! I have a lot of ghost type Pokemon stuff as well. Get a nice cool day the past few days. Yay! The weather's finally turning up. This must be how village NPCs feel with buildings popping out of nowhere. Yeah! It kinda is, yeah. It was pretty crazy. But I'm excited for the boats to be back in the water because I'm hoping I'll be able to go boating at some point. Our neighbors have a boat. So I might get to go boating, which would be nice. I used to go boating with Hoshino Grandpa. Hoshino Grandpa had a nice speedboat, and he would take us all out boating, and we would go far and wide. And then I remember one day, Hoshino Grandpa, I don't know why. I don't know the circumstances or the motivation behind it, but one day, Hoshino Grandpa, we're boating. I'm like no more than maybe 7 years old. We're all boating, and Hoshino Grandpa stops the boat and says, alright kids, swim to shore. We all get thrown out of the boat. And we all had to go swimming to shore. And I forget why. But yeah, we swam to shore. Yeah, he was serious. We swam to shore. And again, I was like 7, so I'm not sure how far it was. So like, the boat can't get too close to shore, so it was decently far. I did have some relatives on the shore at the beach who were like having a beach date. So, yeah, we swam to them. It was so weird. But now I'm afraid of open ocean. Yay, trauma. Yay for trauma. Maybe one day I'll know why we had to swim to shore. I think he was probably just tired. I think he was probably just sick of us. The ocean actually isn't that cold. Where I live, we live by a current that brings warm water up from down south. So the water where I live it's cold, but it's not like freezing. It's just like, you know, takes a minute to get used to. Also, like, we're Canadian, so we don't know any different. The first time I went into a warm ocean, I was like, the fuck is this? Yeah, I'm Canadian. Oh, I have to sneeze again. Are we gonna play the game or are we gonna talk while stream? Oh! I've been talking a lot. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. We wanna get to Tomodachi life then. Sorry for rambling so much. Sometimes I just wanna rant. It's because I haven't been streaming on Irium lately that I haven't had a chance to just ramble. Hopefully, I can get back on Irium soon. I do really want to find a way to have a Hoshino Inku on Irium, but I'm not really in a position where I want to commission a model. It's expensive and a lot of time. So I'm not really in the position where I want to commission a new model. So if I was gonna have Inku on Irium, I would have to be a PNG. And I know that you all like my weird expressions. So I guess for the time being, we're just gonna have to stay with Rosalie. Which isn't bad. I like Rosalie. But I did rebrand for a reason, you know? I rebranded to try to, like, consolidate and, and kind of become a little bit more unified. Use that one weird model in that one clip. Which weird model? Oh! You mean my new 3D model? I can't use that one on Irium. But we should do some VR chat sometime soon. We should do VR chat sometime soon. We can go hang out. I want to go to Poro Land. And I want to go to Ame's aquarium if it's still open. Yeah, the 3D model. Remember from the anniversary. Not the 15 persona syndrome. Don't worry, you have it too. Oh no! I'm doing my best to consolidate. Okay. Let me go turn on my Switch. I don't have a VR headset either. Apparently Actually, I might want to have one if I'm going to do VR chat with my trackers. But hang on, okay. Let me get the switch on. The switch is an event. You know? Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Dun dun! Holy shit, Yukiko, what is that expression? That was terrifying. Amelia, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome in, everyone. Welcome to Tomodachi Live in our lovely island. Are you all excited to be here? So you can't make me sick! I refuse! I refuse! Did I do stuff when I'm not on stream? I didn't do very much when I'm not on stream, no. So, what have I done since our last stream? I added Lynn to our island. Yes, please do! I'd love to see your Inkumi! Is she also a horrific creature like I am?
Good evening.
Hi, Lynn!
I'd like some dinner.
Oh, that's right. I haven't been feeding her. Because I wanted to do the egg test on stream. Lynn, do you like fried eggs?
Yum.
Do you like fried eggs? She tolerates fried eggs. Thank you, Sebas! My Hoshino Inku me, though, she's kind of like a horror creature. An eldritch horror. Happy Easter, Lynn!
Yum.
The mouse controls are so bad. I don't have a stylus. Oh. What? Did I just kill Lynn? Lynn is a chocolate egg hater. Lynn hates chocolate eggs. I have to make it up to her. Here, wash it down with some milk.
Yum.
Yum. She lived! Alright, let's give her some clothes. What just happened? I have no idea! Lynn almost died! Give her a pink sweater. Or I guess that's a cardigan, right? Oh, hiya! Welcome in, Sorry. How are you doing? I'm going. I have nothing but skirts to offer. Heel skirt would look cute. Super productive with gardening. Ah, glad to hear it. What kind of gardening are you doing?
Are there things we're better off not knowing?
Getting deep there, Lynn. Do I have shoes? I don't have very many shoes, Div. I'm kind of eternally broke in this game. I was always broke. I spend all my money on silly stuff. Our garden beds were overrun with weeds. They're putting down weed barriers and mulch. Oh! Poor little garden. Look how happy she is. Look at her go. Okay, the other thing that has changed is I redrew Yukiko's hair. I took another stab at her hair.
Huh?
Oh,
Good evening?
good evening!
It may just be my imagination, but I get the feeling that Hoshino Inku has a crush on
Does
me.
she now? Egg stars, what do we do? Would they be cute together? Would it work? Ask for a date? I feel like it's too soon to ask for a date. Is she okay? What are you implying, Kapuchi? Is she okay? What do you mean? What do you mean? You could roll a die? I don't have any with me. Where does they sleep? Everybody does have a better furniture. They sleep on the floor. I'm sure she takes out a futon. Are you sure about that, Yukiko?
Wait, are you saying it's all in my head?
No, I'm not. I'm trying to have a conversation. Damn.
H.I.? What's the scariest animal you can think of?
Spider. Absolutely spider.
Yeah? No?
You can't have your Oshis dating each other. What do you mean? Hang on, let's give Yukiko some nachos.
Yum?
There's a major delay on YouTube. I'm so sorry. Damn it. I'll have to fix that next stream. Okay, I'll slow down because it seems like YouTube has a pretty hefty delay. Hold up. Thank you for resubscribing, Soren! But also... What just happened? Hello? 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 You're not allowed to do that! Hello? Hello? Why did the USB disconnect? Bullshit. hated it so. Why are you like this? Who made you like this? Who did this to you? Well, good stream, everyone! Bye! No! No! Ow! Are we for real? The technical difficulties gotcha. For real! Why? 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 How did this happen? It's so over! I'm gonna sneeze in agony. Hang on. Minasamimasen, Inku wa kakkoi. Kakkoi? Hontou desu ka? No. Let's see. What are we going to do? We can talk, that's true. We can just do a chatting stream. You returned briefly. You've been consumed by Doom, Halo, Backyard Sports, Monster Rancher. Monster Rancher is so good! Hope you've been having fun! I love when I'm playing a game and it gets me so super wrapped up in the game that I lose track of everything else. Because I like that serotonin boost. The first game that did that to me was Don't Starve. I remember spending hours in Don't Starve. I would be playing Don't Starve. I would start playing it, and then like 8 hours would go by, and I'd be like, oh shit, I need to do more. So I watch anime. I do. I enjoy Magical Girl anime, and I like Monaco Magica is like one of my favorites. Fullmetal Alchemist. Putting me on the spot. Bungo Stray Dogs was like my favorite trash fire. Apothecary Diaries. Then we play Monster Rancher. No, thank you for the suggestion, but I am not in a position where I want to buy any new games. I already have so many to finish. But thank you for suggesting it. Why don't we play... Let's make a new thumbnail. Let's switch games. Thumbnail making. Okay, let's make a thumbnail. I'll show you all how I make my thumbnails. Okay, first things first. Let me make sure I have all the graphics I need. We'll switch to Fields of Mystria, because we haven't played that on stream in a while. Actually, to be totally honest, I really like Sophia's Field of Mystria thumbnail. Just create a thumbnail for the stream? Yeah! I'll just make one right now. I really like Sophia's Field of Mystria thumbnail. I think I'll put Field of Mystria down there. Let's get all the elements in first. Okay, and then we need a picture. Hey, that's not the right one. That's got Sophia on it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Oh no, it's one of those lo-fi songs that has space music or space radio in it. We need a picture from Field of Mystria that's different. Thank you for resubscribing, Red Camara! Thank you, thank you! Thank you!
Beautiful, beautiful.
Bum. And there's that, and then let's grab some of the Inku art I have. Maybe this one. That looks pretty welcoming, right? And then and that, and then you're at the gym, you're going to lurk. Have a good gym day! Good luck out there! What's Fields of Mystria at? It is a farming sim game! I really like farming sims. Been a while since I played a farming sim with everybody. And then I add a little border around the text to make it stand out a little bit more. Like that. I'm gonna take the dark blue from the mountain, I think. Okay, and then the last thing that we need Dun, dun. Ah, thank you for the posture check. Thank you. Yeah, art. It's fun. Sensaki-saku. And I think I'm gonna do this. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. We're about to have a crazy day. Pardon me. Okay, let's save this real quick. And we'll go set up the new. Have I heard about the song called True Original? No, I haven't. Who's it by? Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Hey. Hey. This might be a blessing in disguise. Because I think that there, I should be able to fit or fix the YouTube latency issue. Hello. Hello. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. If it's okay. We are going to take a 10-minute stretch break. And then YouTube chat, you will be switching rooms. It's right. I'm kicking you out of this room. You're going to a different one. Let me give you the link. From a quest for your girls from the episode called Sunset Backstage Hatch or something similar. Ah! I don't actually know much about Equestria Girls. was my time watching the pony show with my second cousin. But okay, I have put the new waiting room in the YouTube chat. Hopefully, the latency issue will be solved. But for the time being, I am gonna get up, stretch, hydrate. I encourage you all to do so as well. And I will see you at 15 minutes after the hour, okay? Okay? I'm sorry about this. But let's get ready for some cozy time, okay? Relaxing vibe. I'll try to talk softly.